so that we will prosper for the year 2023. And speaking of CNY, what is the first thing that comes to everyone's mind? Holiday. Okay, holiday. That one is the first thing because we are Malaysians, we like holiday. The second thing is ang pao. Ang pao. And after ang pao, of course, is Yisan. And after Yisan is exam. Okay, for now, let's put aside exam. Let's focus on Chinese New Year. Try to be happy for a short period of time. And the fourth thing, of course, is visiting our relatives and our grandparents as well, and meeting them. But why do we choose the theme A Leap Forward? Because this year is the year of the rabbit. And as you know, rabbits like to jump around, they don't walk around. And a leap forward is also to symbolize how we live from the year 2022 to the year 2023. So let's hope that for this year, 2023, it will be a prosperous year. Let's hope. And also, after this, we will have the Isan celebration and those online activities we can join together as well. And with that, I would like to pass the stage to our Toastmasters of the evening, Jeffrey. Over to you.
Thank you for handing over the control to me, Joshua. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Jeffrey, your host for tonight's meeting. Now, before we start, I would like to give a history or background of Toastmasters International. So this the club was founded by, for Toastmasters International, it was founded by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley in October 22nd, 1924 at YMCA in California. Why did he created Toastmasters International? The reason is to train the members on public speaking, conducting meetings, planning programs, and working on committees. Okay, next slide. Currently, Toastmaster has a worldwide network of clubs, serves more than 282,000 members in more than 140 countries through more than 14,700 member clubs. Today, Toastmasters has helped everyone to build up confidence and competence in communication, leadership, and event planning. So now I would like to talk about the history of Toastmasters Club. It was founded at the Center of Industrial Training and Relations, and the purpose was to encourage students to improve their speaking skills. Professor Maro Haini was the chairperson of Chitra, and she started the ball rolling. The first club gathering, it was a demo meeting, and Mid Valley Toastmasters Club and Malaysia Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators Toastmasters Club came to conduct a meeting as well, and that is when that's when Toastmaster Club was registered, which was on 18th of April 2007 at the Dewan Persidangan, Faculty of Language and Linguistics in the year 2007. Okay, next. Now, here's the flow of today's meeting. It will start off with the table topic session, which is the most exciting part of the meeting, where members and guests can have the opportunity to present impromptu speeches. After that, we'll have the prepared speech session, whereby members present their prepared speeches with specific objectives. And then we'll have the evaluation session, where the prepared speech speakers, table topic masters will receive feedback from their evaluators. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite the role players to give an introduction. Firstly, I would like to invite Hasina to give an introduction to the grammarian role. Hasina, I hand over the control to you. Hasina?
Give me a second, yeah.
All right.
Okay, my name is Nur Hasina binti Abdul Hanif, and I am the grammarian. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper use of language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts. And as a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day, which is prosperity. Prosperity denotes the meaning of the state of being successful and having a lot of money. In conjunction of our Chinese New Year, that is our word of the day. And I will give the grammar report when called upon during the meeting, and also report on the usage of the word of the day. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Hasina. I believe this is your first time being a grammarian. Next, I would like to invite our counter, Yu Meng, who is wearing multiple hats for today's meeting, to give an introduction to his role. Yu Meng, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and our beloved first-timer Jeffrey, which is our Toastmaster evening. The purpose of the art counter is to note the words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overviews words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for the filler sounds, including and I will also note when the speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of this meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, and back to you, Jeffrey. Toastmaster Jeffrey.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yu Meng. Now, I would like to invite Li Jin to give an introduction to the role of timer. Li Jin, the stage is yours.
Hi, my name is Li Jin, and as timer, I will time the table topics, speakers, common switches, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards and lights, which denote specific times remaining. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Li Jin. Here's a fun fact. At Toastmasters Club, we don't practice time disqualification, so you can speak as long as you want, but please be reasonable with the time given. Now, I'd like to invite General Evaluator Anush Gupta, coming all the way from Mid Valley Toastmasters Club, to give an introduction to his role as GE. Anush Gupta, the stage is yours.
Thank you, TME Jeffrey, and thank you for the opportunity to be part of your club meeting and be General Evaluator. Yu Meng reached out to me, and it was a total pleasure. So as General Evaluator, my job is to have a bird's eye view of the entire meeting, and I will be making my observations at my end. And at the very end of the meeting, I will deliver a crisp feedback on what I thought worked well in the meeting, what I thought can be improved for next time. In summary, that's my role as General Evaluator. So thank you, and over to you, TME Jeffrey.
Thank you, Anush Gupta. Well done to Yu Meng for managing to invite Anush Gupta to our meeting. Now, for our table topic session, Yu Meng will be hosting the table topic session. But before that, I would like to invite the evaluator, Toastmaster Gladys, to read out the purpose statement. Gladys, the stage is yours. Toastmaster Gladys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. Okay, the purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her ability to listen to what others say. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Gladys. Now I'll hand over control to Yu Meng for the table topic session. Yu Meng, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome everyone to the table topic sessions in conjunction with this year's Chinese New Year, which is going to happen this Sunday. So I'd like to share the screen to start things off. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I have some, let me see. Okay, let me try. Okay, yes, that's right. So welcome to our table topic sessions for this meeting. The theme of this meeting is a leap forward, and remember this. The word of the day is prosperity, and I encourage all the important speakers to use this word as often as possible. So how does it work? So table topic speeches, the speecher should take about 1 to 2 minutes. So timer, you could show us what the colors, right? You could show everyone that at the 1 minute mark, it will be green color. Yes, thank you so much. And when your speech, and during the 1 minute and 30 seconds mark, it will be yellow. And when you spoke about 2 minutes onwards, it will be in red color. Not 2 hours, 2 minutes. Yeah. So if you speak over time for 30 seconds, the timer encourage you to just tell the speaker to stop. And as we have, due to time constraint, we would like other speakers come in, so you tell the speaker to stop. So next slide. So we have 6 topics here. So which means that I only can allow at most 6 speakers, impromptu speakers, to have fun with it. So who wants to give it a shot?
Yes. Oh, we have a guest.
Oh, welcome. Is it a physical guest or what?
Yes, a physical guest.
Oh, that's good. Hi there. What's your name? Mind to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Akif, Hair Studies.
Akif. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Hi, Akif. Thanks for coming by. And so what is the lucky number for you today?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. So number 2 would be this one. So this is it's a comic about not wearing black during Chinese New Year. So for this table topic session, we're going to have memes and comics, which is will be quite exciting. So you have some time to think about it before it starts.
Okay. How long the speech?
1 to 2 minutes. Green light at 1 minute. Yeah, 1 to 2 minutes.
1 to 2 minutes. So can start now?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay. Don't be black. Sometimes in our life we very childish so we don't know exactly what the culture is all about. So when we small like a green color boy and red color boy, we like to ask our parents why New Year cannot wear black. Why? Because black also very cool. And then black also very classic, very fine, like that. And then suddenly the auntie uncle say, cannot black means like people when they want to die the funeral they only wear the shirt. Okay, so is it the time? Time is here. Oh, time is here. Still a lot of time. But I got nothing to say. Conclusion. For me I think black color no problem but for the auntie, I don't know because I just want to be myself. So no need to take other people's opinion. Just be yourself. Thank you.
Sorry, I thought I unmute. Hello. Thank you so much, Aki, for sharing his thoughts on this. So what he say is true. Basically, we should we are entitled to our own opinions and our thoughts, and we have a say on what kind of clothing we should wear. However, he did say that this is about some cultures, which is he's pointed out correctly, which is the fact that wearing black in Chinese tradition is something to do with funeral. So wants to try to be the second speaker?
Okay.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi, Salah. Is that you?
Yes.
Yes. Hi, Salah. No, I can't see. It's quite far from. It's bird's eye view from me here. Yeah, but I can recognize your voice, so that's good. So Salah, which number would you like to pick? You cannot pick two, however. Six.
Yes.
Wow. 6. So 6 will be this one. Just a hint, we eat a lot during Chinese New Year. Salah, just to let you know, because during Chinese New Year, we do eat a lot. So you let me know when you like to start speaking up.
Yeah, okay. Just a second. Okay, ready? Good evening, ladies and dear fellows. Chinese New Year, it is actually first of my experience that I am being recognized with. I was never recognized with Chinese New Year before, as I belong to Pakistan. It's a finally completely Muslim majority country. There is no Chinese minority even. So it was never in my idea, and even I couldn't study. So this time, as it is coming, and I am aware of it completely. So I have got a pet cat. Actually, I am going to get actually. I have not got yet, but now I should get, as it is my title. So I am planning to go after 2 days, maybe. It is on 22nd. Chinese New Year is on 22nd, Adios? On 22nd or 23rd? I don't know. 22nd. So at 30, so you guys also are not sure. I will go on 20 and I have to buy a fat cat. And I know people are very much, enlightened to the cats here. And we are not actually, to be fair, to be true, we are not too much, inclined to the cats or any kind of animals. So it is a new idea for me even here, being in Malaysia. I have been recognized, I have been known to this kind of culture to be a much related to the animals. So I will buy a fat cat. I didn't have any cat before, but from today, I promise that I will have a cat and I will take care of the cat and I will have a fat cat. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Salah, for attempting this speech. And also have to say it's not easy for him because he's hailing from Pakistan and Chinese New Year is something new to him. And of course, he's trying and he's interpret the fat cat as something he likes to own. As for the third speaker who wants to take the challenge.
I believe I was voluntold by the physical participant.
So, online audience, anyone? Online audiences, anyone?
I can go lah.
Who's that?
Yan
Hi,
Kei, Yan
Yankee. So, apart from 2 and 6, which one you pick?
I don't know what got into me, but I'm choosing number 4 lah.
Okay, number 4. Okay, the unspeakable number in the Chinese custom. Nonetheless, it will be quite interesting. So this is a very interesting one about a comic strip about still receiving ang pao despite age, despite being old. Do let me know if you like to speak.
I'm trying to see the comic because it's a bit small on my end.
Oh dear.
It's okay, it's okay. It's readable.
Basically, it says that Gong Si Fa Chai, here's ang pao for you. Thank you, Ayi. Got girlfriend now,
okay,
no
okay.
girlfriend. And can you faster get girlfriend then get married, please? I give you ang pao for 30 years already. You
All right.
explicit SH2T. Okay.
Thank you, table topic master Yu Ming. First of all, as most of us during celebrations, no matter the race, we will always come across these few relatives that just like to ask the same question over and over again every year. And then you have to give them the same answer over and over again every year. Just like this kid, this young person in the comic. The auntie is asking him every year whether you have a girlfriend or are you finally getting married. And the truth is, I just wish to send out a message to all of my aunties and uncles that I'm gonna see in 1 week's time. Please don't ask me the same question, okay? Please do not ask me the same question that I have to answer every year and tell you, no, I still want to study and enjoy my life for now. But nonetheless, although they can be annoying at times, I think Chinese New Year is all about coming together with friends and families and relatives, especially the distant ones that we haven't seen for a long while. So regardless of these tiny little annoying situations, I feel like Chinese New Year still means a lot to me because of the people, because of the family and the celebration and the entire vibe of celebrating the coming of a new year is what makes Chinese New Year so great and so meaningful to me every single year. So I can't wait for this coming weekend to see all my relatives again. Thank you, and back to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Yankee, for sharing her thoughts about this. Honestly, I agree with her. I wish I could tell all the relatives who ask me this same question, stop asking me the same question over again. And what I like about her speech is that she said something about what is the meaning of this festival in the first place. It's about meeting up people and relatives, even the ones that you don't really see them often. Now, who wants to be our 4th speaker?
I'd like to choose number 5. Louder. Oh, sure. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Where are you? Oh, you're standing here. What's your name? What's your name, by the way?
I'm Kunye. Yeah.
Junjie.
Yes.
Junjie. Okay, thanks for coming by, Junjie. So apart from 2, 5, and 6, 2, 4, and 6, which odd number would you prefer?
5.
5. Wow. Okay, 5. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Good. So 5 is this one. Basically, we're just looking at public holidays. 2023.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready to start now?
Yes. Yes.
Good. The floor is yours, Junjie. All the
Okay,
best.
thanks. Okay, from these these pictures, it's just a lot of holidays. Sure, as we know that Malaysia is has the most holidays in all of the world. And is that a good thing for me? I'll say that no, it's not a good thing to have so many holidays because students can't study because in a short period of time, work can't do complete because the short period of time of work on the side because holidays, none of us want to work. If you want to work, the employees have to go for triple salary. Wow, who want to pay for the triple salary? As for triple salaries, the economy of that. So I think that holidays too much is not good for us. But we can. But yes, like Chinese New Year's, like Thai Busan, we can shorten it to like 2 days, 1 day instead of a weeks, so that everyone can celebrate those holidays, but it also doesn't affect our work and studies. So I would think that holidays is too much in Malaysia, but we can celebrate all holidays with not so long of each holidays periods. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Junjie, for telling us why having too many holidays is not good. But not just not being a student himself, I believe you are. Shorter period time to having too many holidays will shorten the time for the lecturers to teach the same amount of material, which is not good for everyone. This is something I agree with you. And as for his solution, he says that we should have shorter holidays for each festive, for each occasions. So like two days should suffice. Thank you so much. Who likes to be our fifth speaker?
Okay.
Oh, Sing En.
Yeah, it's me.
Hi, Sing En.
Hi.
So which number will you pick? We have 1 and 3 left.
Oh, 1 and 3.
Left, that's all.
I'll take 3.
3.
Yeah, I'll take 3.
That's good. Okay, 3 was this one. One of our favorite jokes.
We wish you a very fast.
This year's Chinese New Year is less than a month away from Christmas last year, just for your information. And I guess most of us who have been to shopping malls should know this.
Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Sing En, and today my topic will be we wish you a Merry Fashtai. When I see this, I think that it reminds me of something. I remember that back then, like last month, when I shopping at a shopping mall, I noticed that it's not even finished Merry Christmas yet, but I can see that a lot of break around the shopping mall. And then I can even hear the Chinese New Year songs. Oh. And then like last week, I done my hair in a hair salon. And that day I spent like 8 hours in there. And then I spent 8 hours listening to CNY. And then I thought back, why did I suffer this? I hope that at least they make some Christmas songs because it's still not far at the right, still quite near. It's just within a month, like less than a month, then only is Chinese New Year. So I think that it's relevant, it's logical to wish all of you a very fun time because Christmas is still new and still quite near, although it's already passed. Yeah, that's all for me. I'll pass the floor back to you. Table topic master.
Thank you so much, Singer, for making an impassionate speech. Yes, what she says is true. The mall should give Christmas a chance indeed. At least play some Christmas song lah. Okay, so now that this us with speaker number 6. Who wants to be speaker number 6? Anyone online want to do this?
Sure, I have a go.
Anuj, right?
Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey. Okay.
Before we start, sorry.
Our first timer. Yes.
Sorry. Do we have time for one more? Because according to the agenda, the table topics end at 5:35.
That's the last one. That's it.
That's the last one, huh? All right.
Yes, that's the last one.
All right.
So that leaves you number 1. So that's the topic you have. It's about traffic congestion.
Okay, I shall start now.
Okay. All the best.
Looking at this photo, right, I cannot relate because I can't drive. And most of the driving is done by my mom. So yeah, I'm a lucky person. So what I do during a traffic jam is like I'll just sleep and then going back to KL to celebrate my Chinese New Year because my kampung at KL, right? Contradictory to others where their kampung is other place, my kampung is at KL. So whenever I say balik kampung, I balik KL. Yeah, and that's like traveling from Johor to KL, it takes 3 hours. So I just sleep and then 3 hours gone and boom, I'm at KL already. But maybe when I start learning to drive, I will stop going back to kampung because I don't want to suffer through the horrible jam. Especially when you have a diarrhea or something. Especially when you have to lao sai, you know. So yeah, I think that going back to my topic, right? I don't think that we should go back on the first or second day of Chinese New Year. Maybe you should go back earlier, or you can go back on the third day. So yeah, that is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me see. Thank you so much, Jeffrey, for sharing his experience during his travel from Johor to KL, and now I know that he's a KLian, Klang Valley person at heart. So do I. I actually balik Klang means balik Klang to me. So I my kampung is here. So and also he did share thoughts about we should travel earlier, plan your journey ahead. That is very important, especially during any festive seasons. And that concludes the table topic session for today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And as for the best table topic speaker, is there a vote for this?
Yes.
So Intan, could you share the link to us? At least we can vote.
Yes. So everyone, please go to the sli.do/UMTMC to vote for your best table topic speaker. I repeat again. sli.do/UMTMC. sli.do/UMTMC. Okay, I'll give like 1 minute for everyone to vote. For me, I'll just write down for the visitor sli.do. So you just sli. Yeah. Anyone having any issue with the voting? Okay, I have 13 votes ready. I think it's a good. Pass the floor back to me.
Yeah, before I pass the floor, I thank you all for participating this table topic session, and I hope you guys have an entertaining one. Now it's back. I return the floor back to Jeffrey. Toastmaster Jeffrey, back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yu Meng. That table topic session was wonderful. Now, without further delay, we will have a group photo session. For those that are on their laptops, can you remain seated? Then we can have a photo. Ming Kang, is it possible for you to turn off the physical camera? Then I can take photo of everyone on the laptop. Okay, never mind. Ming Kang.
Yeah, I remove.
Yeah, then you turn on your laptop, can see your face also, and Joshua. Can ah?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. On count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right. Wait, let me check. Okay.
The physical participants will take during the break.
Yeah, now we'll take a 5 minutes break and we'll start at 8:46.
Okay, Lisa. Woo! Jim will chair the session. Okay, we have Lisa. So many people. How shall you want to try? No. Thank you.
Guys, can you remove the yellow tumbler?
I'm salivating.
Can you just play with them? Wow. What is that? All the night. The source of prosperity. This is the source of prosperity. In case your friends are growing. Growing. Come on. Okay, go.
I thought you had to say something while pouring stuff.
Okay, everyone take one spoon. Sorry. Yeah. And what do we shout? Hang out. Okay, and we just play with the food, right? Yeah. Okay, guys, in 3, 2, 1. Hang out.
Hey, why your Yi Sang so quiet?
the big brilliant idea. All right, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Show the Lisa. Sama. Wow. Well. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Minggang, we have 1 more minute, yeah?
Okay, just done. All right, the feedback. All right.
We'll start at exactly 8:46.
So while the meeting is ongoing, feel free to have the food and also the KFC.
Yeah, we have.
Don't feel bad about eating or anything. This is our tradition. Yeah, we don't care that much. Just enjoy.
Shall we start the meeting?
Yes, let me start. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome all of you back to the meeting. For the physical audience, feel free to enjoy the KFC and the room and the whatever food while having a meeting. But please keep it quiet. Don't eat it with a lot of noises, right? With that, I would like to pass the stage back to our Toastmaster of the evening, Jeffrey. Let's welcome Jeffrey.
Can everyone share my screen? I mean, see my screen.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Minggang, for giving me control. Now, moving on to our prepared speech session, which is considered the main course of the entire meeting. So let me give a briefing about what are the pathways in the Toastmasters Club. So it consists of, in the pathway education program, we have 11 paths, and we have 5 core competencies, and each path consists of 5 levels. Yin Yi will be presenting her level 1 icebreaker speech. Before that, I would like to invite her evaluator, Salah, to read out the purpose statement. Salah, the stage is yours.
Okay. Ready? Yep. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I am Salah, evaluator of Icebreaker, whose the name is Gigi. So he or she, sorry. He, okay, sorry. Sorry about you. Actually, I am confused about the names. I'm new here, so that's why. So Yinji's project speech purpose is to introduce himself and learn a bit basic speeches, attitudes and ways. So I hope he will complete his project purpose. Thank you all. Now stage back to you.
Thank you, Salah, for reading out the purpose statement. Yin Yi's speech for tonight is titled Me, Myself, and I. Me, Myself, and I. Yin Yi, all the best.
Jeffrey?
Yes.
Jeffrey, do we have a general evaluator to read the
To save time, we cut it short.
Okay. All right. Hi everyone, am I audible for online participants?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening to everyone. A little introduction to myself. You can call me Indy or you can call me Henry. So today it's a very good team, but a leap forward. I start my icebreaking talk today. So a little introduction for myself from 3 questions where people often ask me during Toastmaster or at UM Toastmaster Club. So the first question is, are you single? No, actually I'm joking lah. Actually just auntie will ask on. Those Toastmaster like we meet first time will be very polite. So the first question is, where are you from? And the second question is, why you join Toastmaster? And the third question is, what course are you studying? So back in these 3 questions, I will answer where a little introduction for me, myself, and I. So the first question is,
where I'm from. I would say I'm born in Ipoh, but I just stayed there around 2 years, so I'm not total Ipoh person. And then I moved around to Penang. The food, most people will complain, not complain, sorry. Most people will say the food from there is nice. But I stay around all around the place in Malaysia. I would just say everywhere is nice. Welcome to Malaysia. So when people ask me where I'm from, I move around a lot of places, and my hometown is in Malacca. I would just say I'm from Malacca. Yeah. So the second question is why I joined Toastmaster. So we learn a lot of hard skill during our education. So Toastmaster is the purpose where I learn a lot of my soft skill. So we can have a lot of networking skill here, public speaking. We can generate a lot of friends with same purpose, other than education, other than courses. Yeah, that's the reason why I joined Toastmaster. And the third question is what course I'm studying. So currently I'm studying Bachelor of Civil Engineering, and I'm a year 1 student, but I'm 22 years old now. You guys may be wondering what a 22 years old now is studying like year 3 or maybe year 2 from their pre-university matriculation or STPM. But yeah, I'm from diploma. So for now, I'm currently studying year 1. I may look young, but actually I'm 22 years old. Okay, just take note. I always stay healthy, so I look young. Don't get president. Yeah. So back to my study, why I choose civil engineering? Because this is my I think this is my profession and where I can achieve my purpose of life, where I need work-life balance. So actually, it's about today's topic about prosperity, about money yeah. And I think that's all for my talk. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for that wonderful speech, Yinyi. Yes, I can relate to you. Even though I'm 24, children already started calling me uncle. So yeah, without further delay, I would like to invite, for the next speaker is Sejun, who will be doing her level 1 writing a speech with purpose. I would like to invite her evaluator, Yan K, to read out the project statement. Yan K, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, TME Jeffrey. Sejun, your speech purpose is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Good luck.
Thank you, Yan K, for reading out the project statement. Sejun's project speech title for tonight is Baking is My Therapy. Baking is my therapy. Sejun, good luck.
So for that, where is this? I share it here. You wanna try? Jeffrey, I think you need to stop sharing. Okay. You're gonna try to later on. Okay.
I like to taste different types of the tastes of food, such as sweet, savory, and spicy food. Especially, I like sweet foods such as cakes, tarts, and desserts. However, I used to start contact with cooking before baking. When I was young, I was 4, and I like to dip my toes, just watching my mom, see her washing vegetables, cutting meats, slicing the gingers, and throw all the ingredients into the pot, and just feel the aroma which comes up from the pot. My mom sees me as the interested in cooking, so she just let me involved in some simple jobs such as washing plates, washing the vegetables, and also fried eggs when I was the age of 6. However, that time, I still not familiar with baking because my house does not have any baking equipment. So even though I like desserts, I just can get the desserts from the bakery or the pastry shop. Finally, I had the opportunity to involve your cooking contest with my friends and juniors when never mind, I just stopped. During my secondary school. That time we prepared some bibimbap. Yeah, as you can see, the product is like a failure. The product is not look good as the how the outside so. But the overall tastes good. The crust is crispy and a little bit savory, and the filling is sweet and chewy. That time we have a lot of joy and love, and so from that time, I start to love the art of baking, which brings therapeutic to my soul. So after graduating from my matriculation, while I was waiting for an offer to into my university, I used a formal scam to enter into a Butter Calling Baking Academy in Penang. In that time, I learned about more techniques about baking, such as the differences between the high risk flour and the low risk flour, and when to use the shortening, and etc. So as you can see, these are the products we made, such as the breads and some cakes. And also, I also meet many friends, which are from different backgrounds and different ages. Some are the housewives, some are the work in catering, and also some are the entrepreneurs who sells desserts and cakes. So the similarity among us is we have the strong inspiration towards baking. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the baking has brings us the therapeutic and relaxing purpose. When you are angry, you can just punch and squeeze the dough and make yourself a loaf of bread. When you are sad, you also can put in all your negative emotions into the repeating motions of the measuring and the mixing of the ingredients, and the product comes out. It's look nice and it may melt out all your items. This is because baking needs require more focus, and the process of doing something about baking may distract you from all the negative thoughts. Besides, bakery also can bring joy, bring happiness, not for yourself, also for your family and your friends. So for me, these are the things I made for my friends during matriculation. So yeah, you can see many biscuits and also a huge young cake for them. I also baked a chocolate cake for my father before during his birthday, but sorry, I think it does not have picture, sorry. And also during Chinese New Year, we also make the pineapple tarts and some biscuits. A Chinese biscuit, I already forget what the English name. The Chinese name is 石锅. You just throw it the throw in the pot, and then you just give it to relatives and friends. Yeah, it brings to bring the prosperity to others. Yeah, I already use the word. Yeah, it brings me a smile of joy when they put on a smile when they taste my pastries, my cakes, those, and also praise me. Wow, June, you're so good in baking. Wow, why you don't do a bakery? Yeah, it brings you a spark of joy. That's how the baking shares happiness for people. Besides, bakery also gives some creativity. So I like to experiencing different types of thinking the designs or thinking the shape of the pastry or the flavor of the pastry. You want chocolate or you want vanilla, or you want how the appearance look like, such as you want to use confetti or the chocolate chip or the icing sugar put on top of of your pastries. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you can try baking. You can, I challenge yours. Start baking for now. You can try from butter cookie first. It just requires butter and some Lois bra and some eggs. Yeah, just make it and make a shape cut. Use the cutter and then you put in the oven about 20 minutes and then you can enjoy your product. Yeah. So overall, baking is therapeutic as it's a beauty and relaxing moment during the baking process and also brings many aspects of life. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful speech, Zijun. I also forgot to thank Yinji just now for his speech. Aging has caught up on me. Anyway, moving on to the third speaker, Xing En, who will be doing her level 2 introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. Before that, I would like to invite her evaluator, Yichin, to read out the project statement. Yichin, the stage is yours.
So the purpose of this project is to practice applying. The purpose of this project is for Xing En to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for you to share your aspect of your previous experience as a prodigy. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Yichin. Now I would like, here's a fun fact. Yichin will be doing her level 1 evaluation and feedback. And I would like to invite her evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Alex, to read out the project statement. Distinguished Toastmaster Alex, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Jeffrey. The purpose of this project for Yichin is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. And the purpose of her speech is for her to deliver constructive feedback to another member's presentation. Thank you. Back to you, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Alex. Now, without further ado, the Xing En's project speech title for tonight is My Mentors and Coaches. My Mentors and Coaches, Xing En, the stage is yours.
Okay, I have slides too. So please wait for a moment. Timer don't start the time yet. Okay. Wait, let me try. Oh, to that side. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Xing En, and my topic is my mentors and coaches. Before I start my speech, let me ask a question. Do any of you have a mentor in Toastmasters Club? If you have, please raise up your hand. That's it. I think most of us first hand. Then to raise your hand to answer my question. I believe that mentorship is very important for members' growth in Toastmasters Club. To prove my point, I'm going to share my experience as a protege during my internship and how it helps me to improve a certain skill, which is my teaching skills. Actually, back in the school, I have 3 mentors during my internship. Yes, 3 mentors. I feel very lucky and grateful to have all of them to always be there along my bumpy journey during my internship. My first mentor will be Wan Ranjini. Wan Ranjini is a very experienced teacher in teaching low proficient students, particularly in English language. She also has her own ways of tackle classroom problems and also how to manage the students in the classroom. For example, during my first ever class observation, to clarify, class observation means I'm going to teaching in front and there will be a teacher sitting at the back there, looking at you with those police eyes, making you stress out there. That's how it feels. During my first ever observation, I actually made a major mistake which I didn't realize. And then one Ranjini told me that I should have taken off my mask when I was speaking in front because my students are low proficient students. They don't really catch what I say if I'm wearing a mask because it could muffle my voice projection and they could not see how my mouth pronounces. And it is very important for low proficient students to have a good role model. So that is why I always take off my mask after that. And then besides that, I was harassed by one of the students in my classroom. Yeah, it's a very bad experience. And then I reported it to one Ranjini. And she immediately took action by giving that student the punishment and warning as needed. After that incident, I actually quite grateful because whenever I go into that class, I no longer feel uncomfortable because of one Ranjini's warning. From there, I really respect and salute one Ranjini. Thank you, one Ranjini. Okay, next slide. My second mentor is Wan Prima. Wan Prima really supports me in many ways during my internship. For example, actually I have to do an internship program, project in order to pass my internship. So I invited Wan Prima to be one of the speakers and she did not hesitate. She is willing to take up the challenge and then speak in front in online mode. Next, I was in charge with the HIP program in the school, which I need to prepare vocabularies in every Monday assembly in order to improve their English language. So actually, she provided me 2 or 3 mini whiteboards for me to conduct it successfully, which I'm very grateful. And my next slide is, technical issue. My third mentor will be Dr. Teo. He is actually a lecturer in my university and he is the supervisor for my internship. During my internship, I faced a lot of problems regarding classroom management and teaching low proficient students because I could not teach them according to the syllabus because they are lower than I expected. So I actually shared some of my problems to Dr. Teo, and then he said that if your students could not construct sentences, even one sentence independently, you should actually provide word choices and sentence examples. And he said a very important point, less is more. If you overwhelm your students with too much information, they are not going to learn anything. So that is where I feel motivated and I taught them with patience and take different approaches until I succeed. Besides my internship, I also work as a part-time English public speaking teacher in DMC. And these 2 names are the coaches during me working as part-time. Why do I say they are my coaches instead of mentors? Because they actually needed me to achieve something in a short term. I have clear goals that I need to pass, something like I have to pass the exams in order to be qualified to be as a licensed teacher according to this company's framework. So during that 3 months, I feel like I really improved my intonation, my talking speed, and also my energy. I will demonstrate you how I taught on the first day. On the first day, I speak like this. Hello, everyone. I am teacher Chia. Let's learn something. Okay, on the last day of me working there, because the students that I taught, they are 7 to 9 years old. So I have to be cheerful as much as I can, according to that company's framework. So I have to do some things. Hello everyone, welcome back to DMC. I'm Teacher Singan. Let's see what are we going to learn today. Yeah, like talking to 7 to 9 years old kids. You have to talk very fast, engage them. So without them, I could not achieve what I achieved right now. Next slide. Mentor or coach. For me, I think that every Toastmasters mentor should be mentor and coach at the same time. Both of them actually have its pros and cons. Although mentors, they are more encouraging than coaches. But without coaches, I could not improve my intonation, my energy, my talking speed in 3 months, such a short term. All right? So I think that we have to apply the characteristics for mentor and coach when we are mentoring our Toastmasters members. So that's all for me. May you have a prosperity throughout the year.
Thank you, Sing-en, for that wonderful speech. I believe that being a teacher is the most honorable career. Now it's time to vote for the best project speech speaker.
All right, so everyone, kindly go to the same link, sli.do/UMTMC to vote for your best speaker. Right, sli.do is the same thing as the table topic speaker, sli.do/UMTMC. I'll give like 1 minute for all of you to go and vote. I have 7. Okay, another 7. Okay, 2 more. One more. One more time. Right, thank you everyone. Passing the stage back to the Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you for voting, everyone. Now I would like to hand over control to the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Anush Gupta. The stage is yours.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Jeffrey. We had a wonderful session full of speeches that were leaping forward in their own ways, whether it was an icebreaker, whether it was somebody sharing their experience on mentoring, whether it was baking as therapy, all progressive themes to the speeches. And now I'd like to call upon the evaluators to provide their evaluations one by one. First up, we have the evaluations for the table topics being conducted by Toastmaster Nicholas. Toastmaster Nicholas? All right, he's on the physical side.
Nicholas, could I confirm the time? Also, so we have 6 speakers, should be 6 minutes.
6 speakers for 6 minutes. Okay. Okay, I can start now.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone that participated for the table topics, and I'm very happy that you guys took up the chance, and I want to congratulate everyone. So can you guys have a round of applause? Okay. For the first table topic speaker, Aidli, which your title is Don't Be Black. I like the way that you say that you ask questions, why CNY cannot wear black? Then you also give us a good description why black is the color of the funeral said by the aunties and uncle. So I also enjoy what your conclusion you say. Don't think about other people's opinion, just be yourself, which make us like, it makes your speech more memorable with a good closing. What you can improve on is, maybe you can improve on your eye contact. I noticed that when you having your speech, you were looking around at our audiences. You were maybe looking at the window, you were looking at the ceiling. So this is a good way to improve. When you have a good eye contact, you will grab the audience attention more.
So I want to congratulate Adley. For the second table topic speaker, Sarah, your topic was fat. I got fat during the Chinese New Year. I like the way your body gestures and your language, your body language was so enthusiastic. But you also told us about your experience about CNY. And since you're from Pakistan, this is your first time experiencing CNY, the culture. I like the way that you explain it to us. But when you say you want to buy a fat cat, you didn't tell us why. I was like, why did you want to buy a fat cat? So maybe you can elaborate more about why you do it, and maybe you have to have a good conclusion to close it up, wrap it up, and make it more memorable. Okay. So for the next table topic speaker is Yan K. You were talking about ang pao, and the ang pao was like relatable to me because I always came across to relatives that ask me, when are you going to get a girlfriend? When are you going to get married? Then that's what I usually come across during Chinese New Year. You make me feel relatable with your speech. You also say that you, instead of getting like girlfriend or boyfriend in the relationship status, you would like to still continue to study and enjoy your life. This is something that I like about your speech. Then you also say that CNY is more about coming together with your family, instead of asking like ang pao, like the ang pao is the secondary, the most important is for relatives to come together as one. So what I would like you to improve on is like, I like that you explain, but give us reason why. You give us the reason why, and then try to conclude your points and your speech with a quote, and it will be much better if you do that. Next table topic would be Kun Yit. Your topic was about holidays. Malaysia has a lot of holidays, and Chinese New Year is one of them. So that I would like you to, I like to say that you were good at elaborating. Like you say that with too much holiday, give us like short period of work time, so it's quite bad for us in the long term. And you also talk about the overtime pay. Like most company wouldn't employ people during Chinese New Year. Like they have overtime pay. This culture is like not good. So what I would say that you can improve on is your eye contact and your body language. And I noticed that you put your hand in your pocket, which like it makes us like the audience feel like you are not confident. Maybe if you put your hand towards your chest and when you talk, you make you sound more confident and more comfortable with the audience. Next is Sing En. Sing En, your topic was we wish you a merry fa chai. I like your body language. You were so enthusiastic as usual, and also that you were talking about your shopping mall experiences, and you went to a hair salon and you suffered listening to Chinese New Year songs for 8 hours. I like your humor, but maybe you should suggest like a solution. Like maybe we should instead of having CNY and Merry Christmas in between a month, why not celebrate it together, CNY and Merry Christmas in the same day? Yes. This is just maybe like a suggestion. You can improve on the suggestion, and also you have to have a good conclusion. That's what I would like you to challenge on. Last but not least, Jeffrey, you were talking about traffic. Traffic during Chinese New Year. You told us that your mom always do the driving, and you suggest a solution to avoid traffic. You guys can go back to your hometown during the 3rd or the 4th day of Chinese New Year. So first and the second, which take a lot of planning. I like your style because like you gave us solutions instead of just talking about the problem. But to make yourself even better, you can give us a conclusion and you can suggest maybe you can add on with proverbs or quotes and like prosperity. Yeah, that's it for today. I would like to pass the floor to the general evaluator.
Thank you for a wonderful and thorough evaluation, Nicholas. And we'll now invite Toastmaster Gladys Chu to provide her evaluation of the Table Topics Master Yu Meng for his role as Table Topics Master as part of his active listening project. Toastmaster Gladys, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, GE. Yu Meng. He has fulfilled his listening skills objectives by being fully present and concentrate on what was being said, giving full attention to the speaker. So I'd like to start off with the first one, which is Aki. And first thing he did is, did I pronounce your name correctly? He was given a cartoon strip about a black shirt, and an auntie commented that black is not the auspicious color. Yu Ming agrees with it, and people entitled to the thoughts. His short scripts summarizes what he has heard accurately. It helps the other person to feel validated. Second one is Salah. You know what I got for Chinese New Year? And it's a slide about a big fat cat. And Yu Ming did say that we eat a lot. Now to these questions, I feel that Salah interpreted the cat as what he wants to own. To the question, it is, would I get fat during Chinese New Year when all of us eat so much? So for Yu Ming, he's very sweet and considerate. He goes along with the speakers, and Yu Ming exercises patience rather than jump into his own idea about not answering to the questions given. He remained neutral and non-judgmental in his replies. Well done to you, Yu Ming. The third one is Yan Kei. It's again a common streak regarding receiving ang pao, even though she is quite senior. So Yu Ming responded the same thing, meeting up with relatives during festive seasons, and he gave the person what he wants to say by capturing the meaning to it. The fourth one is Kun Li, looking at public holidays, the calendar, and Yu Ming responded, it's not good to have too many holidays, by agreeing with him. And he commented that the solution is shorter holidays, 2 to 4 holidays to be best. Speakers feel good if others agree with him. Fourth one is Ding Er. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Now Christmas is past. So what the meaning to these slides is that Christmas and Chinese New Year, they are close to one another. So people do not have the time to celebrate to their heart's content when Christmas passed so fast. So Yu Ming plays some Christmas song. Now he remained neutral in his response, which enabled the speakers to feel comfortable with the answer. The final one is Jeffrey, talking about traffic jam. Yu Ming says that travel and plan your journey ahead. Again, he gives very short answers, and candidly, he says that traffic jam problem is not his because he's a local boy, by agreeing with the speakers with humor without having to flash the sentences for them. So that's all for now. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Gladys, for a very astute evaluation on the Table Topics Master and his session. Next up, we have the evaluation for the third speaker happening first. For this, I would like to invite Toastmaster Yi Chin to provide her evaluation for Shingan, for her introduction to Toastmasters mentoring project. The reason we are having the third evaluation first is because the evaluator Yi Chin herself is completing an evaluation project for which her evaluation will be evaluated. And with this, over to you, Yi Chin.
Toastmasters Xing En with her speech title, My Mentors and Coaches. Good job today. So a few things that I think you are excel at. First thing is that you start your speech with a question. How many of you here have a mentor in Toastmasters Club? So where you engage with your audience, so I think that's a good thing. Second one is you use the 3 rules, especially you mentioned that 3 mentors and so. And I like your hand gestures when you use that, take off your mask and 3 and salute that. And two things I think you might want to work on is, I noticed that you mentioned the HIP program, but you didn't mention the full form for it. So maybe you can mention it once next time, or if you have any other when you have mention short form during your speech next time. And I think you might want to work on your vocal variety. So like when you mentioned that Pan Ranjini was warning the students, maybe you can use a strict voice to act as her. And the part when you act as Dr. Tiong, maybe you can use a softer tone when your talking is in his perspective, so that we can differentiate between you and Dr. Tiong. And I think one more thing is the hello everyone, I am teacher Chia. You can be more introverted, or how do I say, a little bit more softer, since it's your first time, just in my opinion. And to challenge yourself, I hope to see more vocal variety in your upcoming speeches. So to wrap up, you excel at starting a speech with a question. You use the 3 rules, and your hand gestures are very good. And you might want to work on the full form and increase your vocal variety. And that's all from me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your evaluation, Yichin. We now call upon Toastmaster Sala to provide his evaluation of the icebreaker speech today, which was delivered by Yin Yi. Over to you, Toastmaster Sala.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator, and ladies and gentlemen. I can see a prosperous future of Mr. Yinji in this color, in his own life. I have noticed and highlighted 3 strengths and 2 flaws. So I will present them sequentially. First was his body language. I believe that he was good when he came. First, he started his introduction from here, then he moved here, then here, and his hands were also moving accordingly, according to the his topic, his context. He was moving accordingly. Second was connectivity in his whole speech. I recognized that he was connecting his whole paragraphs with questions, with certain questions, like first question was, second question was, and third question. People asked, he was talking about actually the people's questions. So actually these questions were completely connecting whole his speech. So that was really exemplary for him. And third important strength was his humorous. He was lovely when he started. Actually, his humor was engaging the audience. As we believe, engagement of audience is necessary in his speech, and he, confidently engaged all the audience. Even I saw audience was busy in eating, but he when he talked about his age, all suddenly all attracted to him. So that was amazing. Nice to see that. And two flaws which I noticed in his speech. First was his eye gestures. I saw he was when he started staring me, he was focusing completely at me. So I believe when someone comes on stage, he should stare all. And for me, I believe we should stare. Our eyes should be in this sequence of like this, and this again. This. So it will be really good for your confidence. His confidence. Actually, I believe confidence for confidence, eye gestures, eye concentration is necessary. when we concentrate each and everyone, it actually, we become easier on stage. We become confident on stage. Finally, the last flaw of his speech for me was his conclusion. Actually, he was good in whole his speech, but when he came to the conclusion, he just left the stage, left the floor, but just by thanking the Toastmaster of the evening and went on and just thanked all audience also. But for me, I believe that all the speech, the conclusion should be summarizing of whole the speech. So I believe finally I challenge Mr. Yinji for to work on his body, on his eye gestures and conclusion. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening me. Now stage is back to you, Mr. General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Salah, for your evaluation of Yinyi's icebreaker. Thank you. It was a good evaluation. We'd now like to invite Toastmaster Yen Ke for her evaluation of the second speaker, Zijun. Toastmaster Yen Ke, over to you.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator Anand. Toastmaster Zijun, can you just wave your hands a bit so that I can see where you are in the physical setting? Okay. All right. Thank you. Great. First of all, Toastmaster Zijun, I just want to say congratulations on delivering another for your level 1. That's quite an accomplishment. I believe it's the second speech in your Toastmasters journey. So congratulations on that. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters Zijun shared a story of why baking is a therapy. And for her speech, I really enjoyed how she shared a personal story and then showed us through her personal story why baking is so enjoyable and a habit that everyone can try to take up in our lives, right? So for you, Toastmasters Zijun, I have 2 points that I think you did very well at, and let me just start with those. First of all, as I mentioned earlier, you had a very personal story. So of your baking journey, where you said, you started at home, but you weren't very good at it. And then you had a few failures in secondary school with the cream puff, I believe. And then you ventured into baking school, where you really improved your baking skills. So that was a very personal experience. And you shared the joy of you during those experiences, which made the message very personal and it made it very true as well. So when you shared the reasons why baking was therapeutic for you, it made me as an audience very relatable to it, and I really understand how, and I say, oh, this must be true because I can see the joy when you shared the experiences. So that's one thing I think Toastmasters did very well at. The second thing that she did very well at is using pictures through her slides as a supplement to her speech. When she mentioned baking the cream puff, why is it a failure? If without the pictures, we probably wouldn't understand why did she say the cream puff was a failure. For me, someone who doesn't know how to bake, as long as it tastes good, then it's okay. But through her pictures, she showed us why. Okay, maybe through the colors of it, it's not that great. So that's why it doesn't look so good. But tastes good. So that's a very clever way to supplement your speech through images, helping the audience to understand better. 2 areas where I suggest you for improvement is firstly, your conclusion. You had a very good story building up to why baking is enjoyable. And then you ended with a conclusion of start baking, everyone. And then you said, start with what? Butter cookies, because it's easy. And then you went back to why you should start. May I suggest instead of going in this sequence, try to state the message in the conclusion, emphasize again on the reasons why, and then share with us your suggestion for action. This way, it's a lot more, I would say, fluid in the conclusion, and it makes a stronger conclusion as well. My last point for you is utilize vocal variety as a tool to emphasize your story. For example, emotions through your story can be emphasized with the higher higher volume or softer volume so that we can fully understand your emotions and follow along a story better. And that's all from me. Back to you, General Evaluator Anush.
Thank you, Toastmaster ENK, for an objective evaluation. And now finally, I call upon Toastmaster, or I should say distinguished Toastmaster Alex Liu, to provide his evaluation of Yi Chin's evaluation of the third speaker. Over to you, DTM Alex.
Thank you, General Evaluator Anuj Gupta. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Yi Chin project calls for her to give an engaging and a constructive evaluation to a club member who just gave a speech. I commend her for evaluation that is based on the Toastmaster recommendation of what evaluation should be. That is to first share with the speaker the strong points, followed by some room for improvement and a summary. On that ground, I think, Yi Chin, you have done very well. Now, did you give an engaging and constructive evaluations? I thought you started off in a very engaging manner. And you gave the 3 points to the speaker, and then you move on to the room for improvement. Now, that shift from positive command into recommendation was done, in my opinion, in a rather abrupt manner. I think transitioning is very important. You should pause a little bit, and then you would come in to say that, now, these are some rooms for improvement for Xing An to look forward to in her future speeches. And then you can share what are the recommendations. Now, our speaker that Yi Chin is evaluating, that is Xing An, has a very good point, which is less is more. Now, when you have to share 3 points, positive point, followed by 3 areas of improvement, I would think that it is very difficult to gel it all together in one speech. And I think that's where, even though you have a lot of suggestions for improvement, very constructive evaluations, it was so fast that I was at a loss to catch up with you. But nonetheless, I would say that you're following our recommendation of how an evaluation is to be presented. And in that sense, you have done very well. If I were to evaluate Ying Gang, the one suggestion that I would give to her would be that, did she follow the purpose of the speech? That is, did she describe to us what is Toastmaster vision for mentoring? I thought in that sense, her speech did not really clearly define that, though she have given us a lot of example how she benefited from mentoring. Now, I enjoy both the speaker as well as the evaluation very much. Thank you so much for having me in this meeting. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Alex. And I suppose what we just saw was an example of how a critical evaluation can also be delivered in a smooth manner. And that's what many times DTMs bring to the table in clubs. And it's always great to have DTMs play roles, because we can all learn so much, right? Thank you. And now we come to the GE section itself. So at this point, I'd just like to throw open a question, because the way we do it, the way I've usually done it at other clubs and my own club, is that the GE provides his or her report in one go after the technical role players report. So how would you all like it to be done?
We can do it. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Yes, it's the same actually.
Okay, all right. So then, okay, I asked because I saw my name mentioned twice. Then I'd just like to call upon our grammarian, Noor Hasina, to provide us with the grammarian's report, please.
Hi. Okay, here's my grammarian report. The word of the day, prosperity. Min Kang used twice. Yin Yi used once. Jing En also one time, and followed by Salah also one time. For the next one is the improper use of language. There is none, but for the mispronunciation, I had written down comfortable should be comfortable. Evaluate will be elaborate. Question should be question. And for the good selection of words, Yin Yi, you stay healthy, work-life balance. Jing En, use good role model, and less is more. And with the last one, Nicholas, enthusiastic. That's all from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Noor Hasina. And I'd now like to call upon Toastmaster Yu Meng to provide us with the R counters report, please.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Anuj, for giving me opportunity to present my report. I'd like to share the screen right now. So, are you able to see the screen, everyone?
Yes.
So, first and foremost, I'd
Yes.
like to congratulate Min Kang, Joshua, Gladys, and distinguished Toastmaster Alex for not making any speech clutches or any pause fillers at all. Congratulations to all four of them. So, I'd like to present the report for individual members throughout this meeting, to those who make it. So Jeffrey has made 3 Ers, 8 inappropriate interjection, right? Yes, so you know, totaling 11. Noor Hasina made 1 so just 1 Liu Lijin only make Liu Lijin as of right now has not made any speech clutches nor any interjection, so I have to say you have to congratulate her on that. Anuj Gupta has made 1 2 Ers, totaling 3. Lee, first table topic speaker, makes 6 Rs, 10 Ers, 6 Lam Male, 22 pause fillers. Salah makes 10 as a table topic speaker and evaluator in total, 10 Ers and 8 So and Yuno, totaling 18. Yankee as table topic speaker and evaluator makes only 2 Ers and 2 La and So, totaling 4. Kun Yet has made 1 as a table topic speaker, 4 Yes, Light and Bud, totaling 5. Sing En actually has done both a table topic speaker and also a project speaker, 2 Ers, 6 Light and then So Yeah, totaling 8. Ying Yi has made 2 Ers and 3 So, totaling 5. Zijun has made 1 4 repeated words, 4 So Yeah, totaling 9. Nicholas has made 3 Ers. You can repeated twice, So also 1 6. And lastly, Yichin as an evaluator has made 1 2 Ers, 2 repeated words and totaling 5. That's all from me. Back to you. Back to you, Toastmaster Anuj.
All right, thank you, Yu Meng, for a comprehensive R counters report. And finally, I'd just like to call upon our timer to provide the timers report. Legion, please.
Okay, so here's my report. For the first table topic speakers, Lee, he spent for 1 minute 26 seconds. For Salah, he spent for 2 minutes. For Yankee, he took 1 minute 7 seconds. For Kun Yet, he took 1 minute 33 seconds. For Sing En, she took 1 minute 27 seconds, and for Jeffrey, she took 1 minute 20 seconds. So each of every one of them, they take their speeches within their time allocated. And for project switch speaker, Yini took 3 minutes 18 seconds, which underspent time. And for Zijun, he took like 6 minutes 42 seconds. And Xing-En, she took 7 minutes 30 seconds, which overspent 30 seconds. And for evaluation, table topic evaluation, Nicholas, he took 5 minutes 10 seconds, which in time. And for speech evaluator, Yijin, she took 2 minutes 22 seconds. For Salash, he took 3 minutes 37 seconds, which overspent 37 seconds. And for Yenke, she took 3 minutes 47 seconds, which also overspent 47 seconds. And for Alex Lu, he took 3 minutes 5 seconds, which overspent 5 seconds. And for grammarian Nor Hasina, he took 1 minute. Yu Meng, our counter, he took 2 minutes 32 seconds, which overspent 32 seconds. And timer for me, I took 1 minute 35 seconds. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Legion, for a fantastic report. And also now I request you to please keep me on track for my time, and please time me as I deliver the general evaluators report. All right. So what a wonderful meeting.
Excuse me, Anuj, you are supposed to ask us to vote for the best evaluator.
Oh, all right. So maybe we could have voting for the best evaluator online, I suppose.
Hi. So everyone, please go to the same link again, sli.do/UMTMC to vote for the best evaluator. Okay, I repeat again, it's the same link, sli.do/UMTMC to vote for your best evaluator. Let's give you 1 minute to do so. Seven more. 6 more. Right, it's the same thing. 4 more. Right, if the poll has ended, so I'll pass the floor back to the general evaluator. Toastmaster Anuj, right, stage is yours.
All right, thank you. Toastmaster Ming Kang, am I good to go ahead with the GE report?
Yes.
All right, fabulous. All right, so first of all, thank you for inviting me as general evaluator to your club. I know that I'm attending a high quality club when I see healthy conversations happening at the start of even before the start of the meeting. I know I'm coming to a high quality club when you have Toastmasters who are enthusiastic like Yu Meng, who are playing multiple roles. I know I'm coming to a high quality club when I see the theme of the meeting really being delivered, because I see people wearing red. I see people using their virtual backgrounds, though, you know, I'm not. And I've been out of Malaysia for a couple of years. And this meeting brought me back into the mode of Chinese New Year with your Yisang celebrations, and, you know, really took me back to those memories that I have of Chinese New Year. And there were great efforts to make the theme visible throughout the meeting as well. I thought it was really nice to have a roll call at the start. It's a great way of sort of getting people alerted and saying that, all right, the meeting's about to start now. answer your roll call, be seated, etc. I also thought it was really interesting to have the TME mention about the history of your own club rather than the boring history of Toastmasters, which we keep hearing in meeting after meeting, right? It becomes so monotonous. And here it was so interesting to see the history of your club being discussed. And I was even more intrigued to know that my own club, together with another club, had given your the Toastmasters Club the demonstration for Toastmasters. Great trivia. You wouldn't know that otherwise, isn't it? And now moving on to the meeting itself, I thought a lot of efforts were done to keep everybody on track with the agenda and adhere to timing. If we start out with the table topic session, I thought that was conducted really well, crisply. I did feel that the table topics evaluator could have maybe appreciated the table topics master at the very start of the evaluation for a session well done. Since the table topics evaluator was the first evaluator, I will just start with him. And I felt that it was a confident evaluation where his body was moving with him as he was evaluating, and he delivered very encouraging and crisp evaluations. It was nice to see, keeping within the time of the 1 minute per speaker. Next, we had Toastmaster Gladys, who gave us a pretty detailed and astute evaluation of Toastmaster Yu Ming's role as table topics master. From not only, usually with these evaluations, you see the evaluator only talking about what the table topics master said at the end of the table topic speech. But here the evaluator also tried to mention what questions Yu Ming had asked the table topic speakers to provide them guidance, etc. That was great. I think the first evaluator, Toastmaster Salah, had a great observation when he observed that the icebreaker speaker had his entire speech structured with 3 questions, and he moved to address those 3 questions. That was a good point that he picked up. My only feedback to Toastmaster Salah would be that being an icebreaker speech, I would limit your points for improvement to maybe 1 at most, because you want to be encouraging of the speaker. This is the speaker's first speech. Another thing probably to the evaluator and to the TME I would mention is that the Toastmasters tradition of icebreaker speeches is that after the icebreaker is delivered, you all stand up and give a roaring applause to the icebreaker speaker. So we could probably use this opportunity right now to give a thundering round of applause to the icebreaker speaker, that's Yin Yi. So can we all just stand up, unmute ourselves, and really give this person a great round of applause, please? It was his first step, his first leap forward on Toastmasters. Yes, let's hear some noise. Let's hear it for Yin Yi. Fantastic. I thought the second evaluator, Yen K, was pretty clear, objective, and the point that she caught was also great for improvement, which is that the speaker could have ended on a high rather than, on a medium scale. The third evaluator has already had an evaluation by a DTM, so I would not, I have nothing more to add there. The technical role players reports were great. I did feel the grammarians report, if it was structured by way of okay, these were good things, these were not so good things. If that demarcation was done, could have been more meaningful, but nevertheless, great report. And rCounter and Timer too provided great reports. So with that, that's my take on the entire meeting. The only point for improvement for this high quality club to become an even more higher quality club would be that the audio on the physical side was echoing at times. Maybe that could be addressed later on as you go along. And the final point for improvement I have is that the agenda required me to keep scrolling between pages 1, 2, and 3 to see which speaker is having what project and stuff. If all of that could be incorporated in one single page, at least with the speech title, the project itself, and the timing for it would be great. The notes to evaluator, etc., more lengthy, they can come at the end. But all in all, it was a fantastic meeting. I really enjoyed myself, especially the whole CNY bit. I really enjoyed some speeches as well. And thank you so much for inviting me, Toastmaster evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anuj Gupta. Again, thank you for coming all the way from Mid Valley Toastmasters Club and providing a comprehensive GE report. I also like to thank all the technical role players, be it from UM or external role players, for coming over and ensuring that this meeting becomes a success. Now, without further ado, I would like to start the award ceremony. Can you guys see my slide?
Yes.
All right. For the best table topics speaker award goes to, drum roll please, Xing En. Congratulations. Who's the cameraman? Physical participants, any cameraman want to help me take picture? Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Now moving on to the next award. The best project speaker goes to, drum roll please, Xing En again. Congratulations. Our beloved treasurer.
One, two, three.
I don't get back people report.
Okay, now for the next evaluator, drum roll please, Nicholas. Congratulations.
No. You surpass your mentor. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I was the best.
Congratulations to all winners. To those that didn't win, try again. Next time you might win one day.
Austerity.
Now, now I would like to present the general evaluator appreciation to Toastmaster Anuj Gupta. Wait, I take the photo or ASA take photo? Ming come? Huh? Sorry?
Okay.
You take the photo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Now, thank you, everyone. Congrats. Now, I would like to hand over control to my mentor, the presiding officer, Joshua, to give the closing address. Joshua, over to you.
Thank you, Jeffrey, for being the Toastmasters of the evening tonight. I think this is your first time being the Toastmaster evening, is it, Jeffrey?
Yeah, very first time.
So I round of applause to you. So once again, I'd like to say thank you to all the project speakers as well as evaluators and all you players for joining us tonight and giving us your best speech tonight as well. And before we end our speech, before I end my speech, I want to invite the guests perhaps to give your feedback on the next meeting. Like maybe you can say how you feel about the next meeting. Maybe I want to say something. Okay. Ken, sure you can contact. How do you feel about the next meeting?
Okay, quite interesting because last time I proposed to already that one. So we already that one, I don't know why the two meeting like that. So feel boring here and then that one half for me. But this one I stay up.
Would you recommend Toastmasters to your friends and colleagues to come join?
Can.
What's your feedback on our hairstyle? Your hairstyle.
My hairstyle?
Our hairstyle. His hairstyle.
Can shorter or more smarter.
Quite true lah. My mother also say the same thing.
But normally our teenager time we prefer the long hair because we haven't done yet. So we have to one long time, one time. Then after that, you know that really comfortable with the short hair. Then we will start up to cut like.
Second, would you like to also give your feedback?
Hi.
So, how do you feel about the next meeting?
That's very good. So, once can do something for here.
So what do you do?
Say something about the future because I will think of.
Would you come back here again?
I think so. Okay, so thank you.
I would also like to invite our new member, Shami Afika. Would you like to come up
new member, I love you. Wow.
Shandu, you're then plastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your first time joining us physically. What do you think about the next meeting?
Hello everyone, I'm Ami. So I never attend physical meeting, so this is my first. I found it very interesting, very fun, and I like to attend more of these. I hope help and be kind.
Okay. And I would also like to invite our external role players, like your feedbacks on the next club meeting. Perhaps we can start with Alex.
Only Yankee.
Oh, Yankee. Yankee.
Okay.
What do you think about next meeting?
I think first of all, I'm gonna unfriend Toastmasters Club already lah, because I didn't get to Losang ah.
The next time you can come physically lah, and then
Next time I join you all physically, you all need to low again for me, no matter what date I come, okay? No lah, just kidding. Again, it don't show me already lah. Who is that? Anyway, thank you again for the invite. I really enjoy every time being at Toastmasters Club. Yes, and of course today evaluating June, your speech was very well again, and I enjoyed every part of this meeting. TMI KL meets on the first and third Wednesdays of the month. we have well, you can't end without a special marketing point, right? Our next meeting in February, it will be a special one. So if anyone's interested to join, do let me know. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Genki, for your invite to TMI KL. And I think that wraps up for tonight's meeting. And I hope that and before I end, I'd like to wish those who are going to celebrate Chinese New Year, Gong Xi Fa Cai. Okay, very Fa Cai lah. In safe journey back to your hometown, and be fat lah when you come back later.
And I
almost
forgot. Yes.
I'd like to make update is that due to the exam seasons, which is a thing for UN students, our next meeting in February will be on the 20th and 27th.
Yes.
Just to let everyone know here, yeah.
Thank you for the announcement. I almost forgot that we have exams. I'm in the happy mood right now. Until I forgot to hit this gavel during the starting of meeting. And I'd like to call this meeting adjourned. So thank you everyone for coming. Good night.
Bye.